up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Devin. I hope that you will consider sticking around and subscribing. And if you're not new, as always, welcome back. You know I love you. Okay, so I am actually in the midst of filming a different tanning video right now, and I realized while I was doing that I never filmed an intro for this video, so I'm doing it now. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about the St. Tropez and Ashley Graham collab. So this was first announced as a limited edition mousse, but St. Tropez recently announced that they are going to make this formula part of their permanent line because people loved it so much. So when you're watching this, it's definitely not, this has been out for a while, it's not new at this point, but don't worry because you should still be able to get this. So if you're interested, come along for the ride. Let's get right into the video. So I am first going to go over the claims of this tan, and then I will do the application portion. So it says, the perfect combination of tanning, skincare, and fragrance, this indulgent mousse effortlessly creates a natural looking sun-kissed glow that lasts all week. So it says you can rinse from as little as 1 hour, but the longer you leave it on, the deeper the glow. We're definitely leaving it on for more than 1 hour. And then it says, glow, your long-lasting self-tan will continue to develop over 4 to 8 hours. I am going to leave this on for a minimum of 8 hours today. I'm going to try to push it closer to 9 or 10 if I can. So let's move right into the application now. So I do already have some self-tanning product on my face. Today I opted for my St. Tropez Self-Tan Purity Vitamins Serum. You just use this as a regular serum in your skincare routine, and it gives your face a nice glow to match your tan. I am not somebody that can take the tanning mousse and put it right on my face. I have sensitive skin on my face. I break out, as you can see. I just have some like breakouts from just existing no matter what I do. So I can't put something like a tanning mousse on my face. My skin will not like it. So now to apply the tan, I am going to use the St. Tropez and Ashley Graham tanning mitt. I did buy the glow kit, so this mitt did come with this tan, which is pretty cool. So to apply, I'm just gonna shake this up, and this is more of like a whipped mousse consistency versus that like foamy mousse that St. Tropez normally is. So I'm gonna start with just one pump. Whoa, that was crazy. There we go. Okay, that's kind of what I was expecting, not that, but whatever. Okay, now I have a lot of this on my body, but I'm just gonna start by applying this to my chest. It smells delicious. It has like a super tropical fruity scent. It really does smell good. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before or not, but I have already tried this tan out once. So I do kind of have an idea of it already, but to be honest, I was disappointed. I didn't feel like it got as dark as I was expecting, especially from all the reviews that I've watched with people literally loving this tan so much. But I only left it on for about 4 hours or maybe like 6. I didn't leave it on for the full time, which is why I'm saying I really want to make sure I let it develop this time. So it's a really nice, like kind of natural looking golden color. I feel like this is one of those tans that you, like once it dries, you could get dressed and go run errands or something in it, and it wouldn't be, like, you wouldn't look crazy. And obviously I'm doing this for the video, and when I'm done filming this portion, I definitely will go even it out and make sure that everything looks good. But I mean, just upon initial application, just looking at it in the viewfinder here, it looks pretty smooth. I don't know that I feel like it looks super dark, but it looks really smooth. Might have to do a second layer, but we'll see. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on my arms. Why is it coming out like that? Oh, maybe I'm holding it. When I hold it like this, it doesn't come out, so maybe kind of hold it on an angle. It's so weird. All right, just taking it in long, sweeping motions up and down my arm. Top of my shoulder. And I did already do all of my tanning prep. I am not gonna, the reason I didn't talk about it in this video before we got into this is because I talked about it a lot in my recent Loving Tan Platinum video. So if you are interested in my like self-tanning prep tips, I'll put a card here in the video, and then I will also link it down below in the description so that if you are interested in prep tips, you guys can go and watch that. But since I already put it in one video, I don't feel like I need to put it in every single video, you know? All right, and then right around here, just making sure I avoid the palm of my hands. And then once I've gotten most of the product blended into my arms, that's when I go and do my elbow just lightly with that leftover product. And again, my elbow has been lathered up with a thick moisturizing cream prior to this so that we don't get orange elbows, or at least hopefully we don't. Okay, so now for my hands, I've just got a little bit of the mousse on the mitt. I'm getting it on my foundation brush here, and I'm just gonna kind of like work it into the mitt a little bit so that I don't have too much on here. And then we're gonna use this to apply the tanner to our hands. It's so interesting to me, the different like colors, the different undertones that all these tans kind of look like. Like the Loving Tan one that I just did, I could tell it was like very red when I first applied it. This one looks a lot more, I don't even want to say olive because it doesn't really look even that green. It just is that kind of nice golden. I'm just kind of bending my knuckles and just very lightly going in there as well. And then I'll show you the difference here between my hands. So this one is tanned. This one is not tanned yet. Okay, I am actually going to use a tiny little bit of this to hit my ears as well. I saw somebody do this with a brush when I was watching a video today, and I was like, that is a pretty good idea. Okay, you guys, so I mean, granted I can only see this in the viewfinder right now. I do need to go look at this in the mirror. I feel like we're looking pretty golden. We have a nice little glow about us, and again, this is something that I wouldn't be afraid to go out in public with just because it is very natural looking. That being said, I feel like it's a little bit lighter than I want in a tan that is going to, like, if it only develops this dark, I think I'll be a little bit disappointed. If it develops darker than this as I'm wearing it, then I think it'll be okay. But for that reason, I am tempted to double coat it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go put this on the rest of my body, and then I'll do a quick check-in to let you guys know if I double coated it or not. So I'll be right back. So I have applied everything to my entire body. I will say I didn't do a full double coat, but I did do a very generous first coat, and then I did double coat my chest and my stomach because that is where I have the most trouble getting tan to stick and get as dark as the rest of my body. So my chest and my stomach typically just need a little bit more product on there just to really make sure that it's, you know, gonna match. But I did not do a full double coat with the rest of my body. I really want to see how the tan does. I'm really hoping that giving it this second shot and letting it really develop for longer will help me get a deeper finished tan at the end. I like it. I just hope that it stays this intense when I wash it off in a couple hours. So it is 2:49 in the afternoon when I am applying this. So 8 hours from now takes us to what, like almost 11 p.m. So I am going to, like I said, leave this on for at least 8 hours and then rinse it off before I go to bed tonight. So I will check in once I rinse it off and we'll talk a little more about it. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, you guys, welcome back. It is actually the next morning. I washed this tan off at about midnight last night. Totally forgot to film an update when I washed it off because I went right to bed after. I left my tan on yesterday from a little bit before 3 p.m. to about midnight. So if my calculations are correct, that's about 9 hours. So I do feel like I did give it enough time to fully marinate, fully develop, and all that stuff before I washed it off. So as you can see, we're definitely tan. We're definitely a lot tanner, a lot more golden, a lot more bronzy than when we started. But that being said, I would not say that this is like a, oh my goodness, I am so dark, I'm so tan type of self-tan. The color is good. It's definitely a really beautiful natural color. And can we just take a moment for how good my hands look? Like, it did not, look at my knuckles, like it did not catch anywhere. It didn't overdevelop anywhere. It really looks amazing. And I did do my nails yesterday too. So I picked a nice fun spring color. So these look really good with a little bit of a tan on your hands as well. But I just feel like my perfect self tan has a little bit more depth than this. But I will say everything else about this tan is so nice. Look at my elbows. It looks so good. zero patchiness, zero dry spots, zero overdeveloping, nothing like that, which is really, really nice. It smelled amazing. I have no self-tan smell right now, not even a little bit. So yeah, I'm kind of rambling at this point, but literally at this point in the review, the only thing that I can find wrong with this tan is that it's not quite as deep as I would have liked it to go. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna let the tan do its thing over the next couple of days, and we're gonna see how long it lasts doing it that way. So with that being said, I will see you guys in a few days with a wear test update, and then we'll finish out with my final thoughts on this tan. Okay, so we are on day 7 of this St. Tropez and Ashley Graham tanning mousse, and I want to give you guys some final thoughts. I have showered every day, I have exercised every day, I have shaved once or twice, and I have washed my body, I have not exfoliated it, and I have applied lotion every day after getting out of the shower. So I've done everything that I possibly can to maintain this tan. And the intention with that, all of that, of course, being that we want to give this tan the best chance possible to last as long as possible. So that being said, I'm now gonna dive into my 5 parameters or metrics that I am going to measure all of these tans that we test out by. So let's get right into those. So first up, we have the color of this tan. Honestly, guys, the color really was beautiful. It was golden, it was very natural looking. It didn't stick anywhere, like it applied like an absolute dream. It really was dang near perfect in that respect. But that being said, it really was just not quite as dark as I wanted it to be. I really wanted like a shade or 2 darker from this tan. So while the application of the color was perfect and the tone and like the natural lookingness of the color was really spot on, it just wasn't quite dark enough for me. I definitely don't feel like it was as dark as the Loving Tan. I just wanted a little more from it. So for that reason, I'm gonna give the color of this tan a 4 out of 5 because it really did apply flawlessly. But again, for the 50th time in a row, it just wasn't dark enough for me. So then that leads us right into lasting time, which again was a big disappointment for me. So I felt like I looked tan for about 2 days. So it's Friday when I'm filming this. I applied this last Saturday. So really like Sunday, Monday, I felt like I had a decent tan. Shauna and I, my sister's here visiting. We went to the beach on Monday and I did feel like I had a nice little glow for the beach. I didn't feel like I was going to the beach super pale. And I didn't go in the ocean or anything that would like really, you know, speed up like the process of my tan coming off. I really only felt tan for a couple days. I really don't feel like this lasted on me. Like I definitely didn't go right back to my natural skin tone, but it just wasn't a dramatic enough difference for me, in my opinion, to like be worth the whole self-tan process. So yeah, I think unfortunately I'm gonna give lasting time a 2.5 out of 5 because I just don't feel like I was tan for very long. It pains me to say it because I truly have not watched a bad review on this tan. Like everybody that I have watched literally loves it. So I don't know what the deal is on my end, but this is the second time I've worn it at this point and I'm just not impressed with it. So it hurts me to give it a bad score because I want to love it, but yeah, 2.5 for lasting time. So then going right into metric number 3 here, in terms of patchiness, it applied flawlessly and I do feel like it faded flawlessly, even though I feel like the color wasn't deep enough and it faded quickly. I did not experience any patchiness at all. It really just faded super, super smoothly. So that I will say, if this tan is dark enough for you, if maybe it works with your skin chemistry for whatever reason a little better than it does for mine, it really does apply flawlessly and fade flawlessly. So that's good, at least. So honestly, I would give it a 5 out of 5 for patchiness because I didn't experience any from beginning to end with this. So that's good news. And then for our 4th metric, which is gonna be self-tan smell, again, I would give this a 5 out of 5 as well. Not only does it not smell like self-tan at all from beginning to end, but it also has a really, really nice fragrance to it when you first apply it. It smells delicious. It smells really like a body lotion. I really didn't experience any smell at all. So I would give it a 5 out of 5 for smell. And then in terms of transfer, I really didn't notice very much transfer at all. Of course, it transferred onto my clothes when I was setting in it, like when I still had the color guide on my skin. There was definitely some transfer onto my clothes in that setting. Again, that's something that I really think is unavoidable with any tan with a color guide. So I am going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 for transfer, again, because there wasn't 0, but there really wasn't anything to worry about at all. So if you're doing the math along with me, interestingly enough, that gives this tan an overall average rating of 4.2, which is the same rating that I gave my Loving Tan Platinum review in my last video. It's just funny because they're for completely different reasons that they both ended up in this same score. So it's just kind of funny how that works. So yeah, 4.2 out of 5. Again, like there is so much about this tan that is fantastic and that I gave a 5 out of 5 and I want to give a 5 out of 5, but for me, it really just came down to the initial depth of the color and the lasting time on me that really brought the score down. So maybe if you're a little bit more fair than me and you don't like a self tan that's as dark, in that situation, I would definitely give this a try. Or if you already have a base tan naturally, like if you've been out in the sun or your skin tone is naturally a little bit darker and you just want to enhance it a little bit, I feel like this is another great option for that. But I just feel like if you're like me and you just want to go from 0 to 100 in one tanning application, this isn't quite there for me. So is what it is. All right, so with all of that being said, we have reached the end of this video. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying doing these types of videos. I love self-tan and I can't wait to keep going with this series with all the different tanners I want to test out. There's so many, the possibilities are endless. If you've tried out this tan, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know your tips and tricks. Is there something different I can do with this to make it last longer, make it darker? Definitely let me know. If you have made it to this point in the video and you have not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any future uploads from me. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am at DevDevGregs over there. And with that, I will catch you in my next video. Mwah. Love you. Bye.